Respected friends, good to see you all. Another day morning to be together in trying to go through the Upanishadic Adhyanam to be able to understand what exactly the Lakshya to be achieved through the study of the Upanishads. Great endeavor through the study of the Upanishads. Shwethashwathara is the Upanishad we are studying. We are into the third chapter towards the end. What we are discussing is the Atma Swarupa Lakshanas, Brahma Swarupa Lakshanas for us to contemplate on for our own inner deeper experience. Great Upanishad it is as we are seeing it. Wonderful guidance, inspiration, information. Lokasevaka Adi Vyaktitwams we want to strengthen by right understanding and right efforts by invoking the Krupa of Parabrahma Tattva, Jaganmatru Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, Guru Ganas, Devata Ganas, and the Shruti Matru Gana. The Vyaktitvas are the Lokasevaka, Dharmasthapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta Gambhira, Samskrita Bhasha, Jnatrutva, Daiva Upasakaha, Guru Upasakaha, Mananakarta, Chintanakarta, Nididhyasanakarta, Anubhavi, and Nishtita in that Anubhava. Friends, like every day, let us spend 7-8 minutes in the chantings of Veda Suktams, invoking the divine grace for our entire life in general and for the Adhyatmika sadhana in particular. Navaratri is going on. Let us enjoy chanting Shri Suktam Narayana Suktam. Om Ata Shri Suktam Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Maavaha Tam Maavaha Jatavedo Lakshmimanapagaminim Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Kamashvam Purushanaham Ashwapurvam Rathamadhyam Hastinada Prabodhinim Shriyam Devimupahvaye Shrirma Devirjushatam Kamso Smitam Hiranya Prakara Martram Jwalantim Truptam Tarpayantim Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tamihopahvaye Shriyam Chandram Prabhasam Yashasa Jwalantim श्रियं लोके देवजुष्टामुदारां तां पद्मिनीमीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतां त्वां वृणे आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षोऽथ बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसानुदन्तु मायान्तरायाश्च बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः उपैतु मां देवसखः कीर्तिश्च मणिना सह प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि राष्ट्रेऽस्मिन् कीर्तिं वृद्धिं ददातु मे क्षुत्पिपासामलां ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मीं नाशयाम्यहम् अभूतिमसमृद्धिं च सर्वान् निर्णुद मे गृहात् गन्धद्वारान्दुराधर्षां नित्यपुष्टाङ्करीषिणीम् ईश्वरेगं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियं मनसः काममाकूतिं वाच सत्यमसीमहि पशूनां रूपमन्नस्य मयि श्रीः श्रयतां यशः कर्दमेन प्रजा भूता मयि सम्भव कर्दम श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीम् आपसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिक्लीतवस मे गृहे निच देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं पिङ्गळां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो मावह आर्द्रां यःकरणीं यष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योऽश्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहम् यः शुचिप्रयतो भूत्वा जुहुयादाज्यमन्वहम् श्रियः पञ्चदशर्चं च श्रीकामः सततं जपेत् पद्मानने पद्म ऊरू पद्माक्षी पद्मसम्भवे त्वं मापजस्व पद्माक्षी येन सौख्यं लभाम्यहम् अश्वदायी गोदायी धनदायी महाधने धनं मे जुषतां देवि सर्वकामांश्च देहि मे पुत्रपौत्रधनं धान्यं हस्त्यश्वादिगवेरथम् प्रजानां भवसि माता आयुष्मन्तं करोतु मां धनमग्निर्धनं वायुर्धनं सूर्यो धनं वसुः धनमिन्द्रो बृहस्पतिर्वरुणं धनमश्नुते वैनतेय सोमं पिबतु वृत्रः सोमं धनस्य सोमिनो मह्यं ददातु सोमिनः न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यं न लोभो नाशुभामतिः भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां श्रीसूक्तं जपेत् सदा वर्षन्तु ते विभावरिदिवो अभ्रस्य विद्युतः रोहन्तु सर्वबीजान्यवब्रह्मद्विषोजहि पद्मप्रिये पद्मिनि पद्महस्ते पद्मालये पद्मदलायताक्षे विश्वप्रिये विष्णुमनोनुकूले त्वत्पादपद्मं मयि सन्निधत्स्व या सा पद्मासनस्था विपुलकटितटी पद्मपत्रायताक्षी गम्भीरावर्तनाभिस्तनभरणमिता शुभ्रवस्त्रोत्तरीय लक्ष्मीर्दिव्यैर्गजेन्द्रैर्मणिगणखचितैः स्नापिता हेमकुम्भैः नित्यं सा पद्महस्ता मम वसतु गृहे सर्वमाङ्गल्ययुक्ता लक्ष्मीं क्षीरसमुद्रराजतनयां श्रीरङ्गधामेश्वरीं दासीभूतसमस्तदेववनितां लोकैकदीपाङ्कुरां श्रीमन्मन्दकटाक्षलब्धविभव ब्रह्मेन्द्रगङ्गाधरां त्वां त्रैलोक्यकुटुम्बिनीं सरसिजां वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियां सिद्धलक्ष्मीर्मोक्षलक्ष्मीर्जयलक्ष्मी सरस्वती श्रीलक्ष्मीर्वरलक्ष्मीश्च प्रसन्ना मम सर्वदा वराङ्कुशौ पाशमभीतिमुद्रां करैर्वहन्तीं कमलासनस्तां बालार्ककोटिप्रतिभां त्रिनेत्रां भजेऽहमाद्यां जगदीश्वरीं त्वां सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके देवि नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सरसिजनिलये सरोजहस्ते दौडतरां शुगगन्ध माल्यशोभे भगवति हरिवल्लभे मनोज्ञे त्रिभुवनभूतिकरिप्रसीद मह्यम् विष्णुपत्नीं क्षमां देवीं माधवीं माधवप्रियां विष्णोः प्रियसखीं देवीं नमाम्यच्युतवल्लभां महालक्ष्मी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मीः प्रचोदयात्। श्रीर्वर्चस्यमायुष्यमारोग्यमाविधात् पवमानं महीयते धनं धान्यं पशुं बहुपुत्रलाभं शतसंवत्सरं दीर्घमायुः ऋणरोगादिदारिद्र्य पापक्षुदपमृत्यवः वयशोकमनस्तापा नश्यन्तु मम सर्वदा श्रिये जातः श्रिया निर्याय श्रियं वयोजनितृभ्यो ददातु श्रियं वसानामृतत्वमायन्वजन्ति सद्य सविता विदध्यो न श्रिय एवैनं तच्छ्रियामा दधाति सन्ततं ऋचा वषट्कृत्यं सन्धत्तं सन्धीयते प्रजया पशुभिः एवं वेद ओ महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मीः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ नारायणसूक्तम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सहस्रशीर्षं देवं विश्वाक्षं विश्वशम्भुवं विश्वन्नारायणं देवमक्षरं परमं पदं विश्वतः परमान् नित्यं विश्वन्नारायणगं हरिं विश्वमेवेदं पुरुषस्तद्विश्वमुपजीवति पतिं विश्वस्यात्मेश्वरगं शाश्वतगं शिवमच्युतं नारायणं महाज्ञेयं विश्वात्मानं परायणं नारायणपरो ज्योतिरात्मा नारायणः परः नारायणपरं ब्रह्मतत्त्वन्नारायणः परः नारायणपरो ध्याता ध्यानन्नारायणः परः यच्च किञ्चित् जगत्सर्वं दृश्यते श्रूयतेऽपि वा अन्तर्बहिश्च तत्सर्वं व्याप्य नारायणस्थितः अनन्तमव्ययं कविगं समुद्रेऽन्तं विश्वशम्भुवं पद्मकोशप्रतीकाशकं हृदयं चाप्यधोमुखम् अधो निष्ट्यावितस्त्यान्तेनाभ्यामुपरि तिष्ठति ज्वालमालाकुलं भाति विश्वस्यायतनं महत् सन्ततगं शिलाभिस्तुलं भक्त्याकोशसन्निभं तस्यान्ते सुशिरगं सूक्ष्मं तस्मिन् सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्य मध्ये महानग्निर्विश्वार्चिर्विश्वतोमुखः सोऽग्रभुग्विभजन्तिष्ठन्नाहारमजरः तिर्यगूर्ध्वमदशायी रश्मयस्तस्य सन्तता संतापयति स्वं देहमापादतलमस्तकः तस्य मध्ये वह्निशिखा नीयोर्ध्वा व्यवस्थितः नीलतो यदमध्यस्तात् विद्युल्लेखेव भास्वरा नीवारशूकवत्तन्वी पीताभास्वत्यणूपमा तस्याः शिखाया मध्ये परमात्मा व्यवस्थितः स ब्रह्म स शिवः स हरिः सेन्द्रः परमस्वराट् हृदगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Friends, in today's common sense thought is the one word breakthrough in our life. With our conscious efforts, we have to get all the required breakthroughs. Breaking through the barriers and shackles or whatever they are. What are they which we have to obtain? The first and foremost of the breakthrough each of us have to achieve is to start thinking. If that thinking breakthrough is not achieved, nothing further will be achieved. For the simple reason that your thinking cannot be my thinking cannot be yours. Your understanding cannot be mine. My understanding, how can it be yours? Your knowledge is not my knowledge. My knowledge is not yours. Therefore, your sadhana is not mine, and mine is not yours. And the sadhana depends on knowledge. Knowledge depends on understanding. Understanding begins when we start thinking. So the thinking breakthrough, inquiring breakthrough, contemplation breakthrough, we have to achieve and maintain it continuously. Each of us have to think for ourselves for ourselves. Think by ourselves, for ourselves. First breakthrough. Where do I stand? In that way, we have to start contemplating. Then the second breakthroughs are, therefore, Narayana, where I am actually in my outer life, where I am actually in my inner life, that clearest understanding breakthrough also necessary. Let us not be anymore blind to our own life, negligent to our own life, careless to our own life, isn't it? Inadvertent to our own life. In Sanskrita, technical, it's called as the pramada, careless about our own lives. So, to be careful is the second breakthrough we have to achieve in our lives. Then, obviously, the breakthrough of whom we have to hold on to. It is the Guru and it is the Shastra only. That breakthrough we have to achieve and we have to maintain. Come what may, the Guru, through the Guru, the Shastra, Shravana, Adhyayana, we will not leave. That breakthrough we have to achieve. If again any blocks come there, then for days, months, years together, we don't go to the Guru, we don't study the Shastra, then everything goes back to again square one. Then the third breakthrough is Pakka understanding that this is the truth, this is the reality. And the achievement of that is the moksha. This knowledge breakthrough, the conviction breakthrough, the understanding breakthrough, has it happened to us? We are trying to push it, but like the rubber band block, that understanding is pushing us back. That 999, the world also can be the goal, the people also can be the goal. Like that, again we are pushed back. Means that breakthrough, that Paramatma Anubhuti alone is Lakshya, has not strongly happened in us. So that we have to achieve it. Isn't it? Till that time, the Shastra Shravana Adhyayana and the seeing of all the realized saints and then their Mukta Avastha, we have to think about, we have to do the manana about it. Isn't it? That most important breakthrough of the Lakshya Siddhi, Sadhya Nishtha we call it as. Then comes the Sadhana Nishtha, breakthrough about that Sadhana Nishtha also. And in that come the various things. And each of them. First, the breakthrough at the understanding level. Second is the breakthrough at the initiative level of doing it. And then that sadhana which we have started, we will never ever stop. That breakthrough again, non-stopping, being regular, non-being is irregular or giving lots of gaps to our sadhana. Nana, wo bhi nahi was. This is also the intellectual breakthrough wherein we are still, if not deeply convinced, even for small little things also, we compromise with our sadhanas. That breakthrough also very essential. And people where in the worldly achievements or spiritual, those who have never compromised with their daily routine, they alone have reached the higher scales and heights. We can see things will happen in life, problems will come in life, temptations will come in life, desires will come in life, duties are plenty there, obligations are plenty. That's like a flood only. That's like a flow of a river. चलता रहता, चलता रहता. अब in our inadvertence or non-breakthrough, we keep giving that more importance than required with sentiments, emotions. In the bargain, our consistency in our sadhana is not maintained. Time we are not able to give, mind we are not able to give, they were not able to do effectively our various sadhanas. So, this understanding also is that breakthrough. And then there's those Morning 3-4 hours, daytime 1 or 2 hours, evening also 1 or 2 hours. To begin with, once we are done through our life's routine, when we have reached to this vanaprastha sthiti, maintaining our health, this is how we have to keep doing, isn't it? And see, yesterday and day before, how our whole day was spent, each one. And even if spiritual things are done, how superficially we have done them, how half-heartedly, insincerely we have done them. Most of the time, our drishti was extroverted only. During the sadhana kala, we are talking. The other kala is no sadhana only. And whether we agree or not, that kala where there is no sadhana is done, that kala we have done samsara and we have created vasanas also for future samsara. This understanding breakthroughs also. Then the breakthrough in our own weakness becomes so strong to be able to tell even the God if he comes, oh God, don't disturb me. I am busy in meditating to realize you. This strength also we don't have. We're absolutely weak. Even a small little obligations or things or issues or people are enough to make us get out of our own sadhana. That also if we sit for sadhana. Isn't it? That nishtha as we talk about is that breakthrough also very, very essential. Then as regard the sadhana breakthroughs are concerned, the sadhanas first to manage the outer life effectively so that it is not a liability. That breakthrough. In that outer life, all social obligations, domestic, family, सारे उसमें आ जाते हैं. That clarity also a breakthrough. Where I am required, how long I am required. My work is over, I am able to withdraw. Whether it is with parents or wife or husband or children, जो चाहिए finish करो, then we are able to withdraw comfortably. That breakthrough. In that, 100 things are there. Taking them into confidence, convincing them that we are the seekers, telling them that that doesn't mean we leave you, and telling them that I am doing my duty to you, taking the permission from them now, allow me for my sadhana. You also do the sadhana. These are all the things in that. So that there are no confusions, there are no impurities, there are no hidings. That the children know my father is doing sadhana. This is his time. He told me I will not disturb him. Husband knows this is my sadhana kala. He will not disturb me. Wife knows. Isn't it? All of them are part of that. Even to the extent of all other friends, neighborhood, family members, they must know that we are the sadhakas, this is our job going on. So they should not disturb us. That's a big matured thing, takes time. But that also is breakthrough. But first of all, for that, we have to be convinced that we are sadhakas and we are doing it. Okay, yeah. Then the other breakthroughs after finishing the outer ones, the breakthrough of the sadhana of the maintaining the health aspect. Again, the most important one is our inner mind. Mind's ekagrata sthayi bhava, mind's shuddhata sthayi bhava, mind's that sense of urgency to have Paramatma Anubhuti. ये सारा achieve करना is breakthrough. Then only the internal journey of taking the Upanishad and the mantras and through the contemplation on them, transcending one by one inner layers. The Annamaya, Kosha, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. Crossing each of them is one breakthrough. But for that, to sit down quietly and start doing it. Like the Bharata Adi yesterday in our Tulsi Ramayana Uttarakanda, we saw they were all clear that their life is to have Bhagwan's darshan and to do Bhagavad Seva. So for the Lord to return 14 years ke baad, everyone were there pakka in their tapasya. Krushatanu, Viraha Viyoga tapasya. All of them, not Bharji alone. to everyone, the entire Ayodhya. 14 years. Even in your and my life also, if 14 years single pointedly, if we involve in our sadhana, great breakthroughs are achieved, great heights are achieved, but intensely single pointedly. तो फिर वो इधर उधर फंस कर नहीं होता फिर. Another breakthrough is we have to say swasti to all of that. We have to select a place, है ना? Then we have to be totally dedicated for that. 12-14 साल में प्रभु का दर्शन हो सकता है. Totally if we give ourselves to that. No other thing should be there again in life. By the way. So in this way, the breakthroughs outside at the mind level and then the clarity of the goal to be reached through the study of Shastra, and then when we are seated, that consistency wherein the entire Guru Parampara we invoke breakthrough. Devatas, Ishta Devatas, their grace we invoke. Every time that has to happen. Then one particular Shastra, Upanishad or Gita taken up, and as it is guided in that, for the step by step contemplation, able to do it. Nirantara Rupena. है ना? So in this way, life's achievements depend on the efforts. The efforts are when we break through the barriers, whatever they are. है ना? Variety of barriers are there. कोई भी हमको नहीं रोक पाना चाहिए. In that way, those who are confidently, with their self effort, of course, with the grace, have broken through all these shackles and started deeply involving in, intensely involving in, sincerely involving in, they alone have done what is to be done to get what is to be gained. So today's thought is Liklo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, 20 places have to break through the barriers. Time target for each one of them and consciously putting effort and doing it. Like in any of the worldly activities also, they give a time target for each of the work and then in that bound time they put their effort. 1 or 2 days or weeks here and there, but they are able to achieve. We also have to have the breakthroughs. I am weak in these things. And these are the things in which I am involving unnecessarily. So that weakness should be replaced by strength. The things in which I am unnecessarily involving, I should be able to withdraw from. And I am not gone deep inside in my sincerity for sadhana. I still take it very lightly. I have to take it more seriously. That breakthrough, more sincerely, that breakthrough also required. इस तरह लिख लेना है. Which are the places? Siddhanta Jnana is not spashta to me. That's again biggest barrier to be broken through. Anna, the moment we sit, immediately what to achieve, that what to do, and where is my mind. That picture should come very clearly. Beautiful, wonderful it is. So may our efforts, divine grace, get us all these things. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahanavavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo, Om Sharusibhyo, Mahadbhyo, Namo Gurubhyaha. Om Yairime Gurave Purvam पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वर जीवविवेकविदम् भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्म। ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। Wonderful mantras, friends. Yesterday, how exhaustively we have seen the 18th mantra. Now, what was that? Navadvare pure dehi hamso lelayate bahihi vashi sarvasya lokasya stavarasya charasya cha. This mantra, we have done it through Bhashyam also. Narayana 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 Narayana. Hmm. सर्वस्य लोकस्य वशी सर्वस्य स्थावरस्य चरस्य लोकस्य वशी. That Lord who is the Ishvara, keeping entire worlds of Stavara Jangama in his control. He alone is in the Navadvara Pura, every Navadvara Pura. And he is the Hamsaha and he is Lelayate. Lelayate, staying in that Navadvara Pura, going through faculties, he is the one who is gathering all those experiences. Hamsaha Hanti Avidya and Avidyatmakam Karyam. How he Hanti? When we realize him. When we know him, then the avidya goes away. Avidya karya is the satyata given to all the upadhis, and the anubhutis through the upadhis also are unduly valued. है ना? It just clicks, सारा खेल खत्म होता है. Like some tasty object put on the tongue. It came, a taste came. What is special about it? What is great about it? What is glorious about it? What is there for it to be valued? है And it just was put. Some taste came. After some time, it goes away. That's it, no? Then it is good, it is wonderful, it should be repeated. I must have it at any cost. Repeatedly, I have it. These are all called delusion, which is not required only. And to an ear, a sound came. Bad sound or good sound. Came, you experienced, and it went away. Why call it as bad sound? Why call it good sound? Isn't it? Somebody has loved you. Take it. What's there to value about? Somebody has hated you. So what? Isn't it? Everything is only undue value given. That's called moha. In the presence of Paramatma, the faculties are functioning. That's it. Prakritehe kriyamani gunai karmani sarvashah. Although, how does it matter? The ocean is waving the waves. Let it do it. What is there special to? Get enchanted, enjoy, give the credit to Paramatma. But why give another undue value, importance? This is called as avidya karya. Hanti, when the self is known, all this goes away. When this extra importance goes away, where is samsara? Samsara is where undue importance is given. Take care, friends. Now we will go to the next mantra 18, 19. And so far, Savishesha Rupa Brahma told, Naru Nirvishesha Rupa. Bhagavan Shankara in his Sambandha Bhashya says, Evam Tavat, in this way so far, Istara Abitak, Sarvatmakam Brahma Pratipaditam. Sarva Atmakam. Sarva, we are aware of everything. But Atmakam, the self of all of that is Brahman. That is what is said so far. Sarva Atmakam Brahma Pratipaditam Evam. And Sarvata Panipadam Sarvatokshi. While saying all of that, what we are saying is the Brahman which is Atman of everything which we see. Idanim, right now, what is the topic? Nirvikara, Brahman, who is Brahman only, has not gone into any modification. First word, Nirvikara. Second, Ananda Swarupena. That Brahman whose Swarupa itself is Ananda only. Second, mode one is Anudita, which has not got into any manifestation. Anastamita, therefore, which has not gone into any dissolution, or Anudita means unborn, Anastamita means undying. So, unborn, undying, Ananda Swarupa, unmodifying. Nirvikara is unmodifying. Ananda, blissful. Anudita, unborn. Anastamita, undying. And all of that is what? Jnana Atmanam. Jnana Atmana Avasthitam. That Brahman who is stationed, stabilized, or is there as pure Jnana Atma. So, idanim Jnanatmana avasthitam Paramatmanam darshitum. That Paramatma whose nature is pure Jnana Sarupa. To tell that Paramatma, aha, the next shloka comes. So, Jnanatmana avasthitam Paramatmanam darshitum. Jnanatmana avasthitam Paramatmanam darshitum aha. And to that Jnanatma Paramatma, these four are the adjectives that are given. Nirvikara, Ananda Swarupa, Anudita, Astamita. Okay. All these three you can have. Anudita, Nirvikara, Anastamita, Ananda Swarupa. Anudita, never born. Nirvikara, never modifying. Anastamita, never ending. Ananda Swarupa, of the nature Swarupa, of the bliss. Of that Paramatma, who is Jnana Atmana Avastita. Another way of saying is what? Jnana Atma. Which Jnana Atma? Ananda Swarupa Jnana Atma. Which Jnanatma? Nirvikara Jnanatma. Nirvikara Jnana means that Jnanam has not gone into the Vikara of the Vrittis. So to Anudita Jnana. The objective Jnanam is Udita Jnana. When our Upadhis are used and through those Upadhis, when we focus on the objects, the Jnana is Udita, born. Then again, when we focus on another object, this jnana becomes astamita. From the object to, when we go to the third object, second object's jnana is astamita. When we enter into the dream, the entire jagrata avastha jnana is astamita. When we enter into deep sleep, both jagrat swapnavastha jnana is astamita. Ana? So, the Jagrat Swapna Jnanas, Sushupti, the Jnana of the absence are Udita, Vikarayukta, Astamita, Dukkha giving. Because there is a struggle. In the deep sleep, there is no struggle as such a waking dream. But the problem with sleep is we cannot all the time sleep. The vasanas will push us. Okay. So, Idanim, right now, Nirvikara, Ananda Swarupa, Anudita, Anastamita, Vijnana Atma Swarupena, Darshayitum. So, Vijnanatma, Anudita Vijnanatma, Anastamita Vijnanatma, Nirvikara Vijnanatma, Ananda Swarupa Vijnanatma is the Paramatma. See, when we are extroverted in our whole day or life, these words we don't even listen. We don't contemplate. We don't register. We don't feel the meaning of it. That's how we miss it. So be attentive, be alert. So the Paramatma is spoken here as Jnanatmana Avastitam, who is of the pure Jnana. Which Jnana, sir? Nirvikara, Anudita, Anastamita, Ananda Swarupa Jnana. So that can be only the Shuddha Chaitanya Jnana or Jnapti Swarupa. Because all other Jnanas are Udita, Vikara, Astamita. And in all those Jnanas, not there is Ananda, there is Dukkha only. Because every objective Jnanam is creating one or the other of the Kama, Krodhadi, Durgunas in us. Every Jnanam you have, some Vikara happens in the mind. बट आत्मज्ञान में ये सब नहीं होता क्योंकि मैं ही हूं ना वो and it is infinite. Therefore, it in fact consumes all the negativities of kama, raga, ityadi. So, till now, Sarvatma Rupena Brahman is told. Now the Brahman is told as the Jnapti Swarupena, the Jnana Swarupena. Which Jnana? Anudita, Anastamita, Nirvikara, Ananda Swarupa Jnana. So, idanim nirvikara ananda swarupena anudita anastamita ajnanatmana avastitam paramatmanam darshayitu maha. We are all talking about Paramatma only. Jnana Swarupa Paramatma, which Jnana? Unmodifying, unborn, undying. And Ananda Swarupa Jnana. What is that mantra? 19th one. Enjoy chanting it 2 times. Om Apanipado Javano Grahita Pashyatya Chakshus Shrunotya Karnaha Savetti Vedyam Nacha Tasyasti Vetta Tamahuragyam Purusham Mahantam. Again, Apanipado Javano Grahita Pashyatya Chakshus Shrunotya Karnaha सवेत्ति वेद्यं न च तस्यास्ति वेत्ता तमाहुरग्र्यं पुरुषं महान्तम्. Again, अपाणिपादो जवनो गृहीता पश्यत्यचक्षुः स शृणोत्यकर्णः स वेत्ति वेद्यं न च तस्यास्ति वेत्ता तमाहुरग्र्यं पुरुषं महान्तं. Friends, in this Shwethashwathara Upanishad, maximum quoted mantras, if you take some of them, this is one of them. इस मंत्र का कोटेशन बहुत जगह पे होता है. In every of the Upanishad, somewhere or the other, this quotation comes. Anna? So, here the seeming contradiction is told to tell us to go beyond contradiction. So, the literal meaning we'll see. We go into the Bhashyam. So, who is this Paramatma? Apani Padaha. Without Pani, the hands, Pada, the feet. But still, Javanaha goes fast everywhere, though without Pada. So too, without hands, but still he is the Grahita. He is the one who does the Grahanam, holding up everything. See that contradiction? No hands, no legs, still he holds and he walks. He runs. One thing. Second thing. Third one. Pashyati achakshuhu. He sees without the eyes. He has no eyes, but still he sees it. What is this? The answer to this expression has been thoroughly studied by us in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Very sublime it is. One explanation we will give. Try to catch. Ki pashyati achakshuhu. He sees though he has no eyes. How come he can see without the eyes? Yes, he can see. How? By his own self, means seeing that particular thing as his own self, rather knowing that thing as his own self, rather being that thing as his own self. That is called as his way of seeing. Rather, if you really are subtle enough to understand it, pure enough to understand it, that seeing is a real seeing. We gave the example that I see the gold ornament and the gold sees this ornament. I see the ornament and we think seeing the ornament with the eyes itself is the real seeing. चलो इस वाला अपना नॉलेज को साइड पे रखो. What is the way of seeing of the gold of the ornament? Seeing by the gold of the ornament. सोना ornament को कैसा देखता है? It not only sees, but it knows. But not only knows, but it knows it as its own self. Means what? Without any of the medium. No, without the medium knowing is the real knowing. And when the mediums, all of the media are removed, there is no knowing, it's only being one. Being one. Being one is real seeing. Being one is real knowing. The self sees everything in this way, that there is nothing other than it, that alone is everything. And all of us see through the upadhis. And the upadhis have their own way of coloring what we see. ये वाला वेदांत का गंभीर बात आज नहीं तो 2-3 साल बाद let us catch it. And how the water sees the waves, how the mud sees the pots as its own self. No, seeing something as one's own self. Why do you say it is not the seeing? Only through the upadhi seeing alone is seeing. See, this is how we are deluded. है ना? किसी चीज को आंखों से देखकर उसका रूप का, शेप का वर्णन करने से ही उसको देखा गया है, ऐसा कहा जा सकता है. इन दिस delusion we are. है ना? That's the beauty, that's the important thing. Like, do I know myself or not? Question answer. I know. No, how do you know yourself? With the ears you know that you listen yourself. Or with the eyes you know that you see yourself. Or with the nose we know ourselves that we smell ourselves. Or we know ourselves because we feel with our mind. Are they required for me to know myself? Think. Or it's an intellectual concept that I am. See that? I know myself. I know myself without the requirement of any process, any media, any upadhi, any pramana. Atma is Swayam Pramana. It is the pramana for other upadhis to function. So here, the twisting way of saying that the Paramatma has no hands, legs, ears, etc. Yet he talks, he walks, he sees. So to say that there is no medium for him to know everything because everything is he alone. Apanipadah javanah grahita. Apanipadah javano grahita. Pashyate chakshu sunoti akarna. No legs but walks, no hands but holds, no eyes but sees, no ears but listens. Pashyate chakshu sashrunotya karta. Shunoti akarnaha. Then Savetti Vedyam, he is the one who knows all the thing that is known. Brackets में without the faculty of knowing mind and intellect. Savetti Vedyam, and how do you know? Know by mind intellect, na? So here the mind and intellect are not required for the Lord. That's not mentioned, you have to add Adhyahara. When it is said Javanograhita but Apanipada, when it is said Pashyati but Achakshuhu, when it is said Shrunoti but Akarnaha, then Savetti Vedyam, when it is said, you have to add Amanaha Abuddhihi. There, their words are not used, but you have to add. That's what is our intelligence. ही जो जानते हैं जो जानना है बट बिना बुद्धि का बुद्धा अंतःकरण का बिना मन का. Why all of that? Because all of that is he only. So here, be careful, be attentive. Here, the knowing is being from our side. From his side, the being is knowing. दोनों में कौन सा फाइनल है? Not the knowing one, but just being. It is that, that's it. It is that, that's it. It's the being. No need of any knowing required there. Isn't it? Because everything is he only. परमात्मा सबको जानते हैं क्या? जानते हैं. क्या परमात्मा के पास उपाधियां है क्या? नहीं है. अरे विदाउट उपाधि हाउ कैन ही नो? He can know because it is everything is himself. And knowing everything as himself is real knowledge. Knowing everything as other than me through the faculties, which we considered so far as knowledge, is not the correct knowledge. It is deluding knowledge, which is creating the dvandva, which is creating the dvaita, which is creating the separation, which is becoming cause for all samsara. देखो ये वाला वेदांतिक वृत्ति समझ में आना चाहिए. वेदांतिक ज्ञान. So Lord knows everything as himself. And in that there is no knower knowing functioning. There is no knower knowing difference. So Lord is everything. That is what is called as Lord knowing everything. परमात्मा ही सब कुछ है. वही परमात्मा का सब कुछ को जानने वाला सर्वज्ञता. That's why the definition is Sarvaha Ajnat Swarupaha. He is everything and is pure conscious. So Saveti Vedyam. And last one is Nacha Tasya Asti Veta. Of him there is nobody knower other than him. And otherwise, he becomes the jada, because everything known is jada. और कोई भगवान को जान रहे हैं तो वो जो जान रहा है he becomes चैतन्य, भगवान becomes जड़ा, because जड़ अपने आप को जानता नहीं, चैतन्य जिसको जानता है वो जड़ा ही होता है। चैतन्य चैतन्य को जानने की जरूरत नहीं, because it is that. So these little intricate things will be caught or understood by us when we are with more Shraddha listen to these things. So saveti vedyam na chatasya vetta, then tamahu agryam purusham mahantam. And the realized saints talk about him to be the agryam, primordial, purusham, the purusha, real purusha, only one purusha, one without second purusha. Then mahantam is supreme purusha, greater than greatest. There is nobody mahan than him. And he is one purusha. And he is called as Agryam, the first and foremost. So very powerful mantra. Apanipado javano grahita pashyatya chakshuhu sashrunotya karnaha savetti vedya nacho tasyasti vetta tamahuragyam purusham mahantam. So in that drashta darshana drushya karta karma karma phala, in all these so much our antakarana is lost, that this type of knowledge, this type of pure presence of Paramatma, it becomes difficult for us to catch. That's why the calmness, the quietness, the introvertedness, the purity, the subtlety of the antakarana required to be able to try to grasp the meaning of these things and succeed in it. अपाणिपादो जवनो गृहीता पश्यत्य चक्षुः सशृणोत्यकर्णः स वेत्ति वेद्यं न च तस्यास्ति वेत्ता तमाहुरग्र्यं पुरुषं पुराणम्. भाष्य में क्या कहते हैं? अपाणिपादः इति, दिस मंत्र वी आर एक्सप्लेनिंग टू यू. न अस्य पाणिपादौ इति अपाणिपादः. There are no pani hands, pada legs to him. Therefore, he is called as apanipadah. Then javanaha duragami. Javana means the one who goes to far off distance. Then grahita pani abhave api sarvagrahi. Though there is no hands to him, there are no hands, yet sarvagrahi. He does the grahanam, the holding of everything. Go. So pashyati sarvam, everything he sees. Achakshuha api san, even though he is without the eyes. Then shunoti, he listens. Akarnaha api, even though there are no ears to him. Saha veti vedyam, he knows everything or thing to be known. Why? Sarvajnatvatu. Because he is a sarvagna, he knows everything. Added word is amanaskaha api. Even though there is no mind means antakarana, still he knows everything. That sarvajnatva word is the main word here. The sarvagna meaning, as we saw, was sarvaha and jnapti swarupa. Sarvagna is not all knowing. Sarvagna means all and nature of consciousness. Sarva is different word, ज्ञ is different word. सर्व मतलब वही सब कुछ है, और वो सब कुछ है कौन? ज्ञप्ति स्वरूप. But for us it doesn't look like that. For us the Surya, Chandra, Graha, Akaksha, Panchamahabhuta made world of names and forms. In that way it is seen to us. But these are all delusory vision, sthula vision. But when you want to the correct and subtler vision, when you go to, this will be the vision. What is that? Everything is Jnaswarupa, Jnapti Swarupa, Chaitanya Swarupa. There is nothing as we see so many things in this hall. All are pure Jnapti Swarupa. That's a deep meditation. सो कहते हैं शृणोति अकर्णः अपि स वेत्ति वेद्यं सर्वज्ञत्वात् अमनस्कः अपि देन न च तस्य अस्ति वेत्ता there is nobody other than him to know him that's why न अन्यः अतः अस्ति दृष्टा इससे हटकर इसको देखने वाला दूसरा दृष्टा नहीं है इति श्रुते है तमाहुरग्र्यम प्रथमम अग्र्यम मीन्स प्रथमम सर्व कारणत्वात् why is Prathamam? Because always the Karana is first, then only the Karya. He being the Karana, he is the Agra, he is the Prathama. Purusham means Purnam. Mahanta means bigger than biggest. So this second half of this, little more, we will study tomorrow. Go to the next 20th mantra. 2021 when we do this chapter will be done third we'll go to the fourth thank you om 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः परमऋषिभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु good now let us go for Gita Adhyayam for some time